Hi, this is Jack Walker, and I'm excited to bring you this story, Game of Shadows and Secrets Part 2. Whether it's your first audiobook or your 50th, I'm glad you're here. Sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Chapter 1. Ajax cleaned the dishes he'd left out in his hasty scramble back to the PIU, his Personal Immersion Unit, yesterday. He was still struggling with his sense of time. He, Missy, and Skye had spent an entire week in legendary rule, despite only a day passing outside it. They had been doing well in the game, at least until Richard had shown up. The image of Richard's smug face as he stood atop the city walls made Ajax squeeze the dish rag hard enough to squirt himself in the face. He reached for a dish towel next to the fridge, noticing a dent. Had that always been there? It was driving him crazy. He hadn't been able to cast another arcane bullet. A ping came across his eyelids, displaying a message from Sarah directly into his eyes. She wanted him and Reinhardt to come over for dinner. He sent back that he was happy to come over. In truth, he was starting to feel like he needed a break from legendary rule. He'd been through a wild game experience during the week they'd spent inside. Most games did not feel so real, so they weren't as emotionally taxing. But after the multi-day escort and Missy's kidnapping, Ajax could really use a sense of normalcy. The reality of the game wasn't all bad. After rescuing Missy, he had grown even closer to her, developing a relationship he had never experienced in the real world. Unfortunately, while he was saving Missy, the caravan they were escorting was wiped out. They had chosen to loot the wreckage to make the most of it. A part of him regretted it, but they had been petty assholes, so Ajax tried not to stew on it. He had regretted the looting a bit more when he, Missy, and Skye had reached Tyron, the human capital, and were arrested and jailed upon entry. That had been enough to make him take a break from the game, a challenge for another time. Ping. He looked. It was a message from System. She was the AI included with his PIU. Reading the message, it was System relaying that the king would be visiting him in a few hours to give them a trial. Ajax couldn't help but sigh in relief. They had a chance at justice. Maybe everything would be okay. He thought about getting some rest before then. His apartment had been too small for the PIU, so his mattress was on its side up against the wall to make room for it. Shrugging, Ajax decided to sleep in the PIU. His personal space inside the game was actually more comfortable than his real-world.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?